Hey y'all, this is Storm from Tailor-Made Potpourri and BUFFSTUFF Gaming. I'm going to show you how to, process I go through to make a video for my gaming channel or on here at TailorMade. The first thing I always do with all my clips is that when you hit the save video clip when you're playing a game or anything, even on SHAREfactory, it saves the last 60 minutes of what you're using. So what I do is I take that long clip, that one there was 19 minutes, and I go in and I hit trim. And you can set the intervals to 1, 5, 10, 30, and 60 seconds and move it with the D-pad left and right up and down the timeline. When you find the end of your video you want, you just hit your R2, and when you find the beginning that you want, you hit the L2. And the important part here is that when you save it, you're going to save it as a new video clip. And the reason you do that is the new one there is 24 seconds. I still have the old one. And then what I do is I go back into Capture Gallery, highlight that video, go down to Information, and I edit the information and put on there what the video is for my own purposes. You can call it whatever you want, whatever's in the video, and I just name the video for what it is. Like this one is Boss Won't Die. That's from my Destiny 2 gameplay. And then I back out of it, hit R2, and I'm back out, and now it's got its own name, and I could still have that 19-minute clip to where I could go in there and take out another piece of it. For instance, I took out another 21 seconds, and I'm going to rename it using the same process. I saved it as a new video clip, and I'm going to call this one here Crazy Sparrow or something like that. Also from a video I did on my BUFFSTUFF Gaming. I hit R2 when I'm done, save it. Now I got both those clips up there, and what I did was I go through and I pull that and do that to all the long clips that I got, and I save them, and I go ahead and I start my project. The advantage of that is my clips are just about ready, so I'm going to put them, for instance, there you click on that one, you got a 1, 2, and a 3, and that's the order that you're going to be put on your timeline. Then you can start your project. Okay, after saving those in your capture gallery, now we put them into our project. And the other reason I do that is because SHAREfactory is limited to the number of splits that you can use in your video. If you try to split out a lot of that stuff, you would end up seeing the thing come up saying you've exceeded your split clip limit. So what I do is I use that, trim it into Capture Gallery, save it as a new clip, and then I don't have that 19-minute clip in there where I'm taking bits and pieces out of it, and it may not be in the order that I want it. And also, a thing to use in SHAREfactory is the snip clip. So what I'm going to do is, when I normally is I will put in a screenshot, and I use a gradient color. I go to settings, change the color to what I want, and I add my text in, usually before a clip. Just to give an idea on this particular video, because I was doing different things that I wanted to show, just to get my point across, because I'm not very good at talking on these videos. So I go ahead and I add that in, the gradient color screenshot, and then I start putting in my text. Get that all done, and you're working on your clip, and you notice that, yeah, maybe one of those clips you added were a little bit too long, so you got a couple options here you can do. You can split the clip and delete it, the part you don't want, just to shorten it up to keep your video short. And another feature that you can use that's available in the SHAREfactory is, for instance, I could take this clip that I'm working on now, and I can use Time Bender and use twice the speed. Because it's only a gameplay, it's not going to hurt it. It still gets my point across about what the gameplay is really I'm trying to do. And then after you get all that done, you go in and you add in your transitions. Pick whichever one you want. There are plenty of them. These particular one are wipes that I'm using. And I put it at the beginning of every clip to transition to the new subject that I'm doing, because this is a multi-subject video that I did. And here again you can see me using my gradient screenshot, change it to blue this time, and I put my text in. Once you put your text in, you can transform it. Hit the transform, hit the L1 to make it smaller, or R1 makes the text bigger on the screen. And then you can put in animations, whatever you want. That's a new feature on the last update to SHAREfactory. You can do the beginning, the middle, and the end, and this particular one is the middle. Or you can just put none at all. There's multiple ones you can use and mess around with. For instance, out when there's rainbow, there's a marquee effect. You have that you can do, and that is, like I said, part of the last SHAREfactory update that we got. And you can use text effects. And what that does, as you see, just scrolling down, it changes how your text looks. Sometimes there's an advantage to this. Other times it sometimes makes your text get lost in what you're trying to do, especially when you're using text animation. Using the new text feature that they have, you'll see the dark blue block on the light blue block. That is your text duration on your clip. And the way you can do it is you can go from, hit the L1 and it will start at the beginning, R1 be at the end, and you can, or you can use the trim, the L1 it moves it towards the beginning, and L2 shortens it from the beginning. So L1 would expand it, L2 would shorten it. And if you hit the R, that takes it off the end of your text. A fast way to fill up your clip real quick is just bump the L left joystick, and that'll take it to the beginning, and hit the R joystick takes to the end. What you saw there was a couple examples of where I used the text effects and how it worked. Another real quick feature, I'm sorry I'm a little bit behind here with my video, but one of the changes they made was when you want to do your talking and adding music, you used to have to decide one or the other, and I put out a video on how to do music and audio at the same time. Well, now they added a feature in that you can do your track 2 audio speaking or a clip for picture-in-picture and add in music. And that makes it so much easier than the other way. Once you put your music in, you move it to wherever you want, where you want to start at. And you notice mine is overlapping my track 2, so the way I do that is I just run the music to the track 2 ending, and I go in to my music once I get it set where I want it. It's your choice. You just hit edit music and just hit move clip, and use the L1 to move it back and forth, R1. But like I said, once you get it to that point, then what you want to do is where your voice is at, let it run to the very end of your track 2, hit stop, X, whatever, and you want to go back in, edit your music, and split the clip, the music clip. And then what you want to do is go into that music clip, the first part, turn the volume down or adjust it to where you would like it, because you don't want to hear that loud music over your voiceover. And in the second part, you leave it at normal volume, but you fade it in a little bit, and it transitions a little better. Well, here's what it sounds like. Hope you enjoy the video. You can also find a scene within your video and generate a thumbnail that will be uploaded to YouTube or wherever. It'll be the thumbnail you create for it. And then you can export it to your gallery and share it on Facebook, Twitter, wherever, YouTube, so everybody can see it. I'll put a link down below of the finished video you can watch. This is Storm from TaylorMade Potpourri and BUFFSTUFF Gaming. Hope you all have a great day, and as always, think of it.